Ladies and gentlemen, Eagles fans around the world, welcome back to this week's Dougie John Senior Spotlight Show. We're going to start this week off with a record-breaking performance as Karis Willow, the volleyball team, breaks 2 records in one match. Karis broke Kerrigan Gray's single-season kill record of 423, not 5,000, on the third point of the match versus Toledo Rogers. In the second set, she got her 11th kill of the match to pass Izzy Granger for the career record. Poor Izzy only holds the record for 1 year before it is broke again.
Well, she didn't quite get the 5,000, but I know breaking the goal, especially in the single-season record and the career record, those were 2 goals of Karis coming into the season. It adds to all the motivators that this team has used all year. It is another impressive record, exciting for her, but also for her teammates. This isn't just a single-person record. Volleyball, obviously a team sport. A lot of effort goes into setting her up for those kills, not just this season, but throughout her career. So congratulations to her teammates and to Karis on the double record this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And sticking with the volleyball team, of course, they win against Toledo Rogers in straight sets. Then again on Tuesday, they beat Maumee in straight sets to win the sectional title at Liberty Benton High School.
You know, this is a case of new faces, same results, right? You can throw whoever you want. Give me Toledo Rogers, give me Maumee, give me Salina if you want later on. I don't care. We'll beat them all. Point is here, that season-ending game, and we talked about it last week, Culver gave us the challenge, beat us, and now the girls look ready to give it to Toledo Rogers and anybody else that comes into the gym. So great win for the girls.
Yeah, absolutely, John. So we'll stick with the ladies here. We're going to talk about the girls' soccer team. They defeated Kenton 5-0 in sectionals to advance.
Well, apparently we had our first blizzard of the season. According to sideline reporter Jeremy Recker, he said it was a great day to not be on the field, to be in the booth, which is where he was during the game. Very windy, very cold. You would think it'd be a low-scoring game, but this is an example of the tough schedule that the girls had paying off for them. They kept their composure. Kylie Record had 4 goals, and the whole team played a great effort in holding Kenton 2-0 as a big win as they advance.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about Kylie Recker's 4 goals as we get into the Gillig Winery poll. But again, sticking with the ladies, let's talk about cross country. They advanced to the regionals, a tough district race at Owens.
You know, I think they finished 5th in that race, and that's going to really set them up for a difficult run coming in the regionals. They have run very well. They still continue to run 16 minutes in a row. I don't get it, but hopefully they can just do it a little bit faster and really take a good spot in regionals.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was definitely a goal as we talked to Riley Irwin, getting back to state again this year for cross country, but definitely got their work cut out for them, like you said, John. We'll keep it with cross country. Let's talk about the boys team. Dominating fashion. They were also in districts at Owens. They won the district and had the 3 top runners in the entire race.
Yeah, and none of them seniors, right? Jackson Hostetler, he is a freshman. He won the meet. We had teammates Gabe St. Amour and Justin Cook. They were 2nd and 3rd. They are not seniors, so this could be a dominant run for cross country coming up in many years to come. So exciting finish for the boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a tremendous effort there at Owens for those boys. And we'll talk about where the regionals are going forward as we turn the table to next week. Unfortunately, on a sadder note, the boys soccer team, they lost a heartbreaker to Riverdale on Saturday in overtime. 4-3. That was also at Liberty Benton High School. As we understand it and talking to a few folks around the area, even ran into a couple Riverdale folks, a bad break for the Eagles, questionable end to a great season for that boys soccer team, John.
Yeah, and again, we go back to youth, and unfortunately, this is one where the team wasn't able to overcome that youth, but they have such a good young core to build around. Looking forward to next year. Before we put a cap on it, though, special shout out to all the seniors on the team. Caleb Kohler, Ian Rath, Liam Fagan, John Cook, really strong leaders in that locker room and on the field. And I was always impressed when we talked to the boys what kind of culture that they were creating for the team. Sad finish to the year, but great effort by the boys.
Yeah, like you said, great leadership there. The first conference title in 9 years, a tremendous accomplishment. So I'm sure they're disappointed the season is over, but something they'll reflect on for a long time in their lives with that big accomplishment there. Football team finished the regular season as well on a sour note, so we close out this segment talking about last week's efforts, both on 2 sour notes, as the Macomb Panthers simply dominated the second half, shutting out the Eagles and claiming the BBC title to themselves.
You know, this was a lot like last year's game, and I know it was a different cast of characters from Macomb, but they just had so much physicality on both sides of the ball. The good news is everybody's 0-0 going into the playoffs, and we'll talk more about that as we look at the next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked that the Eagles were the underdogs going in. They got punched in the mouth right out of the gate. They made a little bit of a comeback there at the end of the first half, I thought, and maybe they were going to turn it around, but was not meant to be. One
of the things about physical teams, and Macomb is one of them, it wears you down. We've talked to all the seniors on this team, Gavin Gillig and Isaiah Higgins and those guys, and there are some real strong, big guys on our front lines. Macomb just had more of them, and that just overwhelms you at some point. Similar to what happened with Mogador. Eventually, as physical as you are, the other team may be a little more physical, and I think that's what we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point. So let's talk about this week's weekly poll. Again, the weekly poll sponsored by Gillig's Winery here in town, owned by Trevor and Nikki Gillig. And, of course, we'll talk about the senior Gavin Gillig that you just mentioned, their son. But the poll this week, as we noted earlier, as John was talking about, Kylie Ricker scored 4 goals versus Kenton. Of course, everybody knows 3 goals is a hat trick. When Kylie scored 6 goals, we called that a double hat trick.
We just made that up.
So let's make something else up. What
do
we want to come up with as its own LB name for 4 goals scored in a game in soccer? So this week's poll is, what should 4 goals in a soccer game be called at Liberty Benton? Your options are A, a haul, B, a convocation of goals, C, bangers and mash, or D, fish and chips. So have a little bit of fun with that and let us know your thoughts.
I feel like we were hungry when we made this poll, and if you're betting in Vegas, I think convocation is probably your favorite, but looking forward to seeing all the results.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the football guys for the senior spotlight today. The interviews, we had 6 football players this week. Very entertaining wrap-up for that group as we hosted Cason Doolittle, Noah Trevino, Damon Gosser, Nathaniel Smoleski, Alex Smith, and Gavin Gillig. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Dougie John Senior Spotlight. We are joined by 6 guests for tonight's Senior Spotlight. Our first guest, number 45, the kicker, Cason Doolittle. Cason, welcome to the show. If you wouldn't mind, please share your parents' names with everybody.
Cassie and Brad Doolittle.
Cassie and Brad Doolittle, fantastic. How about other extracurriculars and sports that you participate in?
Basketball and track, and that's it.
All right, any clubs at the school or National Honor Society, anything like that?
Yeah, National Honor Society.
Okay, fantastic. Three sports star. You said track. What events do you participate in?
Hurdles, high jump, and 400.
Okay, all right, fantastic. Using that height to your advantage. Talk to us about your plans after high school.
Hopefully go to college, do aviation hopefully, and I don't know what college yet.
Okay, any aspirations of playing football in the next level?
Probably not.
No? Okay. I know you've kicked for 4 years. That's usually a specialty that people are looking for, but good for you. Have any colleges in mind at all?
Not really.
And you said aviation?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we talked to another student earlier in the senior spotlight. BG's got a great aviation department, and I always like to promote Bowling Green, so I would encourage you to check that one out going forward. Share with everybody your favorite football memory.
Favorite memory would be Cary 7v7 when it got rained out and we had a dance battle in their locker room.
But team versus team in their locker room?
It was like kind of, yeah. It was like a 1v1 kind of thing.
All right, was that this year?
Yeah, it was this summer.
That was this summer. All right. Care to mention who won or who led the Eagles?
Carp and Gavin.
Carp and Gavin. All right, sounds good. Well, we got Gavin on here a little bit later. Let's see if we can dig into that a little bit more. Share with everybody any pregame rituals you might have.
I don't have any rituals. I just go out and play.
Yeah? All right. Well, I heard that you do have kind of a desire to or like to wear a lot of neon shirts. Is that a ritual or is this a habit you got into in junior high?
It was a junior high thing and just kept wearing neon.
Yeah? Any special neon shirts that you wear during game day?
No.
Nothing special. Okay. All right. Last question. As a kicker, every once in a while the return man breaks it wide open. You've had to make a couple touchdown-saving tackles. Any desire to do that on the defensive side of the ball?
No, not at all. I hate tackling.
You hate tackling. All right. Do you obviously don't mind being tackled, but doing a pretty good job of breaking some tackles as well this year?
Yeah. I just hate tackling.
Hate tackling.
Yeah,
right.
I can get hit, but I don't tackle people.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. Well, as a kicker, you're not really expected to do it, but every once in a while you got to, and hopefully you can continue to step up. You've had a great career at Liberty Benton. Best wishes on the rest of the senior season as we head into the playoffs against Archibald. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for number 45, Cason Doolittle. Ladies and gentlemen, our second guest tonight, From the football team, number 22, Noah Trevino. Noah, welcome to the show. If you wouldn't mind sharing your parents' names.
Tony and Liz.
Tony and Liz. Other extracurriculars and sports that you participate in?
I just play basketball. That's about it.
Just basketball? Any clubs at the school? National Honor Society? Anything like that?
No, not really.
Nope, just focused on sports. All right. Talk to us about your plans after high school.
I intend on going to Tiffin University and play basketball.
Yeah, fantastic. Signed a deal there. I saw that a couple of weeks ago, so excited about playing at the next level. What drew you to Tiffin and continue your basketball career?
Just like the family atmosphere there, and I've been going there since I was a little kid, so I really know everyone.
Yeah, fantastic. Who else we got going to Tiffin?
Riley, Irwin.
That's right. Okay, yeah, kind of had a mental block there. Riley Irwin, so excited about participating in basketball with her, obviously boys and girls, but be traveling to a lot of games together. Yeah, well, definitely best wishes there. How about sharing with everybody your favorite football memory?
Probably the Ohio State 7-on-7 and the Cary 7-on-7 dance battle.
Yeah? All right. Well, those have been two popular ones, those 7-on-7s.
Yeah.
You specialty guys really enjoy those opportunities to compete there. Let's talk about, I was surprised you didn't share, obviously a couple weeks ago, senior night, your first touchdown. Kind of walk us through that play.
So they called 88, which is our Tony Victor, and I had a fade. And so I see Trevin scrambling, and I cut back middle, and I just showed my hands. He threw me the ball.
Yeah, fantastic. How excited were you to walk off on senior night scoring a touchdown?
I was pretty excited, but I was more happy that we got the victory.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, some great memories for sure. Talk to us about any pregame rituals that you might have.
I just get a huge burrito from Chipotle, and I double everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, that sits okay in your stomach throughout the game?
Some games not, but other games it does.
Yeah. All right. Well, Chipotle has been a great sponsor of Liberty Benton Athletics with some promotions that they've run for us, so it's always good to give back to them. Last thing I'm supposed to ask you, I think that maybe this week is the birthday week. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Tomorrow.
All right. Well, fantastic. Happy birthday ahead of time. Maybe share with everybody your favorite location for birthday dinners.
We usually go to Tokyo Steakhouse. That's usually the best place that we always go.
Yeah? You just do the hibachi? You like to get into the sushi? What's your favorite?
I always do hibachi. I always get double steak.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah.
You any good at catching the shrimp when they throw them up there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm undefeated right now.
Yeah?
I've never lost.
All right. Well, keep over to Tokyo Steakhouse and see if that rings true tomorrow. But, great career. Best wishes on your senior season football, obviously basketball as well, and then next year as you carry on your career. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Noah Trevino? Ladies and gentlemen, our third guest tonight on the Senior Spotlight from the football team, number 56, Damon Gosser. Damon, welcome to the show. If you wouldn't mind, please share your parents' names.
Eric and Michelle Gosser.
Eric and Michelle, fantastic. How about other extracurriculars or sports?
I'm part of the National Honor Society, and I've played baseball the last 3 years.
Fantastic. Positions in baseball, what position do you play?
I pitched, and I played some shortstop and third base.
All right. Excited about using this beautiful field house this winter for indoor practices?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice to be able to use that and get ready for the season. Obviously, unseasonably warm right now here in the fall, but we all know how bad springs are here in Ohio. How about sharing with everybody your plans after high school?
I'd like to go into mechanical engineering at either ONU or Dayton.
Ah, fantastic. Great major, a couple great schools. Have you had a chance to visit either one of those campuses?
Yeah, I visited both so far, and they were both really nice.
Gotcha. All right, any connection to either one of those? Parents went there? Or?
Yeah, my mom actually works at ONU, so it's like a good connection to get to know the school pretty well and their engineering program.
Yeah, great engineering program, and I'm sure she's trying to push you that way, but both good schools, so best of luck there. How about sharing with everybody your favorite football memory?
I'd have to say the Elmwood game last year, even though it came out with a hard loss. It was just a lot of excitement on the field toward the end when we were coming back, and I just felt like really into the game then.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that was a fantastic game. Obviously, the playoff atmosphere was round 2 of the playoffs, something that we'll, I'm sure, see this Friday. Excited about participating against Archbold this week in the playoffs?
Yes, that'll be a really good game.
Yeah, they've got some great talent out there and a big matchup, an 8-9 seed matchup there as we move through the playoffs. How about sharing with everybody any pregame rituals that you might have?
I don't know if it's really a pregame ritual, but we have a cooler of Gatorades before every game, and I try to drink every different color of Gatorade.
All right, making sure that you're hydrated before the game, going through all the colors. All right, how many are there? How many colors?
Normally we just have 3. We have the red, yellow, and orange.
All right, well, we'll maybe talk to the Parents Club, see if they can sneak in a 4th one, see if you can take down 4 Gatorades before the game.
I think we actually did add a blue one in too. So.
All right, well, that's a good ritual to have, and obviously staying hydrated is what it's all about. Last question here, bonus question. See if you can come up with an answer thinking on your feet. Who would you say on the football team, and you can throw the coaches in there as well, although I don't think many of them have hair. Who has the best hair on the football team?
I'd have to give it to Coach Dietz.
Coach Dietz?
Yeah, with the no hair.
With the shaved head.
Yep.
All right, okay. All right, how about player-wise? You got any winners there?
Probably Gavin.
Gavin Gillig?
Yep, he's got the nice flow going, and
all right.
He's got to rock it.
All right, yeah, from one extreme to the other there with the shaved head to the curls. So, all right, well, fantastic. Certainly, congratulations on a great year so far. Best wishes the rest of your senior season. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Damon Gosser? Ladies and gentlemen, our 4th guest tonight on Dougie John's Senior Spotlight Show, number 67, Nathaniel Smoleski. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How about sharing with us your parents' names?
Amy and Carl Ostrander.
Amy and Carl, fantastic. How about other extracurriculars and sports that you participate?
I wrestle during the winter, and I might be doing track in the spring.
Fantastic. Obviously, we know you from the wrestling program. How about any other activities, clubs within the school? Anything going on there?
I sometimes attend FCA.
FCA. Good for you. Fellowship of Christian Athletes, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, good for you. All right. How about your plans after high school?
I'll probably be going straight into the workforce.
Yeah, okay. Any ideas of what you'd like to be doing, or?
Currently, I'm trying to apply for Grobe Engineering.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's a great program, and you say entering the workforce, but I think they send you right into college as well at Owens Corning.
Yep.
Or Owens Community College, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's a great program. I know we've got some folks there, so good for you. That's a great plan. How about sharing with everybody your favorite football memory?
My favorite football memory would have to be after summer lifts, just gathering some guys and just hanging out.
Yeah, all right. So how big was the group that you guys would hang out with, do you know?
Oh, anywhere between 2 to 5 people.
Yeah, you guys go grab a meal, just go hang out and play video games? What would you guys, anything and everything?
Yeah, basically go grab breakfast since it's early in the morning, then just hang out for a couple hours after.
All right. Nobody got arrested?
No.
All right,
No.
good. All right, good. Quality fun. Awesome. How about sharing with everybody any pregame rituals that you might have?
I don't really have any pregame rituals. I basically just go with it and go hard.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, does that change when you go into wrestling season? A little bit more pre-match rituals there, or just wake up and run on the mat and just beat the tar out of that guy?
I try to do that, but I also try to stay flexible, stay loose.
Yeah, all right. Well, those are certainly keys. I understand that maybe a little bit of a video gamer. What's your favorite video game?
I would have to go with Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. I have no idea what that is.
Came out earlier this year. Hard game.
Yeah. What kind of is it? A strategy game? Combat game? What are we looking at?
Be like a third-person combat game.
Third-person combat game. All right. Well, certainly getting out of my element there, so we'll let you off the hook. I'm sure there's some better follow-ups that somebody a little bit more educated could ask. Certainly a great season here with the football program. You guys made it to the playoffs. Fell a little bit short against winning the BVC, but still a lot of opportunities to accomplish some goals this year. And then I know, of course, once football ends, you'll be turning your focus over to wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
You did talk about maybe participating in track. Any events that you're interested in?
Discus.
Discus. All
I've
right.
done it in previous years, and I might be doing it this spring.
Yeah, fantastic. We'll take advantage of that strength. Well, again, congratulations on a great senior season this far. Best wishes the rest of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for number 67, Nathaniel Smoleski. Ladies and gentlemen, our 5th guest tonight on Dougie John Senior Spotlight from the football team, number 65, Alex Smith. Alex, please introduce your parents' names.
Maria and Eric Smith.
Maria and Eric. How about other extracurriculars or sports?
Other extracurriculars and sports I do, I'm going to be doing the bowling team for the second year, and I'm thinking about doing track.
Okay, fantastic. Bowling team. Do you happen to know what your average is in bowling?
My average is about a 150, 160 something.
Wow. How about high game? Do you remember what your high game
game 185.
185. All right, so right around that good average there. Yeah, that's good. Fantastic. So it'll be your second year on the bowling team this year.
Yes, it will.
All right. If you would participate in track, what events are you looking to participate?
Either discus or short distance sprints.
Okay. All right. Good variety there. How about sharing with everybody your plans after high school?
So after high school, I'm planning on attending Findlay University and get my master's in nuclear medicine.
Whoa, nuclear medicine. Now, is that something that Findlay offers? I am not familiar with nuclear medicine.
It does. I had no idea that nuclear medicine was actually a thing until like a couple months ago.
How long of a program is that? Is that a 4-year program, 7-year program?
It's an 8-year program.
8-year program. All right. Holy smokes. I don't even really know where to start. What is nuclear medicine?
So it's like radiology, where they take x-rays of you, but they inject like radioactive isotopes to get a better scan of the insides.
Holy smokes. Wow, that's intense. Holy cow. What drove you to do this? You just kind of discovered it and sounded cool?
Yeah, so originally I was planning on going into genetics, and then I was just looking through the programs they had, and I saw nuclear medicine, and I was like, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. So big into the biologies and the chemistries here at school? You enjoy those classes?
I really like chemistry. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, fantastic. Wow, good for you. Well, if I ever have a need for something like that, I know who to call going forward. How about sharing with everybody your favorite football memory?
My favorite football memory is definitely hanging out in the locker rooms and in the weight room with the guys and just chilling.
Yeah, all right, fantastic. Well, that's always, that's really what football and all the sports are about. It's kind of building that camaraderie and that fellowship, memories that will last you a lifetime. And, when you guys come back 5-10 years for class reunions or back to homecoming football games, sharing those memories that you made. How about sharing with everybody any pregame rituals that you have?
No pregame rituals. I just listen to music and try to stay in the game, get hyped.
Yeah. Any special music that you like to listen to or favorite artist out there?
Nothing in specific, just like to listen to so I can get more hype.
All right. Sounds good. AC/DC in there?
I do like myself some AC/DC.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Well, very good. That's fantastic. Now, I understand maybe you recently moved to Ohio from Florida.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Last year from Florida? Where about in Florida?
Destin, so like the Panhandle area.
Okay. All right. Your teammates told me to ask you if Alex Smith, because you moved recently, if Alex Smith is your real name.
That is classified. I cannot give that information away.
All right. Yeah, fantastic. All right. Well, we won't dig into that any further, and anybody looking for the inside joke, they can follow up with you to try to get the scoop, or maybe they'll never ask any more questions of anybody ever again. So hopefully I'm week for the Dougie John Senior Spotlight. Well, fantastic. It's great to meet you. Congratulations on a great senior season. Welcome to Ohio, and best wishes the rest of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for Alex Smith? Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth and final guest from the football team, number 74, Gavin Gillig. Gavin, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Please share with us your parents' names.
Trevor and Nikki Gillig.
Trevor and Nikki. Of course, they're sponsors of a poll question that we have every week on the Dougie John Senior Spotlight Show. They're the poll question sponsor as Gillig Winery, and fantastic members of the community. We appreciate their support. So a lot of folks, I'm sure, know them. How about sharing with everybody your other extracurriculars or sports?
Yeah, I do wrestling. I'm in National Honor Society and FCA and Habitudes, and I'm also probably going to do track this year too.
Oh, fantastic. How about, obviously we know your prowess on the wrestling mat. I've had a great career so far this year. I think aspirations of making it to state and the wrestling side, and we'll talk about that as we move forward into the winter sports. But fast forward a little bit to track. What are you interested in participating in?
Probably throwing. Hopefully my strength from football transfers to that. So.
All right, fantastic. Well, great plans there. How about your plans after high school?
I'd like to attend West Point or the Air Force Academy. I just applied there, so hoping I get in.
Yeah, fantastic. I heard you heard some good news about West Point. Got an interview coming up. Maybe share a little bit more details about that.
Yeah, so in order to get into any of the academies, you have to get a nomination from either a senator or a congressman. And I got selected for an interview with Senator Brown. So it'll be progressing right along.
Yeah, now when is that interview scheduled for?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
November 5th.
November 5th. Awesome. Well, good for you. Any anticipation of what he's going to ask, or how do you prepare for that interview?
Well, my wrestling coach, Coach Marzak, went to West Point, so I'm probably going to practice with him and see what he has to say.
Well, Coach Marzak's a great leader. Like you said, he attended West Point. I'm sure he'll have a lot of great advice, provide great feedback to you, especially, and being a member of that wrestling team. I'm sure he's excited to be a part of the journey with you.
Oh, he is.
How about sharing with everybody your favorite football memory?
My favorite memory is probably beating LCC my sophomore year. We went in the game, weren't really thinking anything of it, and then just came out on top. It was a good win.
Yeah, that's a great memory. 2 years ago, like you said, your sophomore year, LCC was state ranked and a powerhouse, and we just went in there and cleaned their clocks. That was that was during the COVID year, so not a lot of folks could attend. A lot of us had to watch it online, and I remember watching it and just being shocked at how well you guys played and how much you dominated them. So hopefully those memories, that favorite memory carries over to this Arch Bowl game this Friday night.
Hopefully.
How about sharing with anybody any pregame rituals that you have?
So I get Chipotle for lunch every week, and it's the same exact order every week. I also drink a bottle about that big of Pedialyte, and I listen to at least one Slipknot song before every game. Get me in the zone.
All right. So we got a lot of good ones there. Now, do you go double meat like Noah Trevino? Or
no, I'm not that rich.
Yeah, not that rich or that crazy to get that stomach that full. All right, but you go Pedialyte, and as opposed to Damon, who goes all flavors of Gatorade. You haven't experienced that yet?
I mean, I get dabbled in some Gatorade too.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Okay. All right, but not as expansive as Damon. All right. Fantastic. We talked about West Point. I was supposed to ask you about your enjoyment your enjoyment of scary movies.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah.
It's they're absolutely terrifying. I don't know. I just can't do them.
So maybe not your favorite time of the year right now.
No. I can do haunted corn mazes and haunted houses, but when it comes to scary movies, I shut down. I hate it.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, all right, nice. Well, I got that one. A couple other questions I just kind of picked up on as we were interviewing the other guys. So from the 6 guys that were here, you were voted best dancer and best hair. Any favorite dance moves? I mean, it's going to be hard to kind of show them. I won't make you show them, but anything that you like to break out?
I got to go my classic, go into handstand and go straight into the worm.
Oh, man, I was wondering if it was going to be the worm. Man, that is fantastic. Well, we'll have to take that offset here and see if we can get a little preview of that. And maybe if we get the W against Arch Bowl, we'll let the coaches encourage you to do the worm in the locker room or something like that to celebrate. Well, hey, you've had a great career. Obviously, your senior season cut a little bit short. Got off to a slow start with the injury, but now closer to full steam ahead.
Yep.
All right, and then obviously you'll be turning your focus to wrestling, but we don't want to turn that focus too soon. We want to focus on the football game this Friday night and the rest of the playoff run. But again, congratulations on a great career. Best wishes the rest of your senior season. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big hand for number 74, Gavin Gillig.
And welcome back to the Dougie John Senior Spotlight. Want to thank all 6 boys that joined us this week. Great group of guys, great camaraderie. And I really want to call out Alex Smith, if that is your real name. Please don't put us in the witness protection program because of our interview. We're going to move on to trivia. Trivia is brought to you by Liberty Benton community member Ann Rader and her company, Immeasurably More Custom Designs by Ann Rader. Please visit her company Facebook page at Immeasurably More CD, which stands for Custom Designs. As we noted, the boys cross-country team won the district race this past weekend. It's their 12th district title in program history. Our trivia question is, what was the last year the boys cross-country team won the districts? And while you ponder all that, we're going to tell you what's going on this week. You know, we're getting towards the end of the season. The playoffs continue for our teams that are still alive. So here we are with cross-country. They are both going to compete in regionals this week in Tiffin. It's not a carnival again, is it?
That's right, John. Not a carnival, but it is at the same location that the Tiffin Carnival race was held. So might be a little bit less festive and hectic, but compared to the carnival, I mean, just so many runners there, that we had at the mid-season. But I would expect the similar energy as it, like you said, it's the regionals. These runners are one race away from making it to state.
Yeah, and we just talked about how strong the boys have been, and of course the girls have had a very strong season. So if some of our runners do not get to states, I'll be surprised. This should be a really good contest for both teams. Looking forward to the outcome.
Yeah.
Volleyball, they are going to have 2 tough opponents, as we would expect as we go into the playoffs. It starts 7:30 on Tuesday versus Lima Shawnee, and if they win, they will play in the district final match against either Salina or St. Mary's, and that would be on Thursday at 7:30.
Absolutely, and like I said, Salina, they finished the regular season ranked 10th in Division II. They had a 20-4 record, while the Eagles finished 22nd in rankings for D2. Again, as always, we encourage all Liberty Benton fans to make that short trip to Bluffton, either tonight, Tuesday, as we're recording this, or Thursday if the girls were to advance. See 2 great teams compete at the Division II level.
Absolutely, and look, I know Salina's a real tough team, and they currently are ranked 10th, but don't forget, our girls program was 7th or 8th just a few weeks ago, and maybe that loss to Calvert maybe dropped them down a little lower than they should be. So don't let the records fool you. I think LB really stands a good chance, assuming they get to the game against Salina. I look forward to it.
Yep, great point.
Girls soccer, they will play Elida at Elida. It shouldn't necessarily be a home game, but Elida has pulled 2 upsets. Elida came in as a 6th seed, and they beat Salina 4-3, and then Lima Shawnee 4-2, earning the home game against LB.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We do have a common opponent with Elida in terms of Shawnee. Again, we come in ranked 3rd here as the girls, and Elida comes in as the 6th seed. We are playing at Elida. They're the host. So we'll expect the girls to give their best effort. We tied Shawnee. They defeated them 4-2. So we're hoping to maybe turn the tables there and have a little bit better performance. District finals will be on Saturday at 2 p.m. should the girls win Wednesday night.
For me, this is a simple math. Hold them to 0, you win the game.
Good point.
Because there cannot be a 0-0 tie in the playoffs. Finally, the football team, they ended the regular season 7-3. They earned the 9th seed in the football playoffs. They are traveling to the number 8 seed, Archibald. Early scouting indicates that Archibald is another physical team. Really good line on both sides of the ball. Also, their front 7 defensively, included in their linebackers, very strong. So this is going to be one of those things where Liberty Benton has to have the right attitude. Liberty Benton has talent. We've seen every game this season. They have the talent. They come out with an attitude like they came out with Mogador in the second half, and they are going to be able to at least give Archibald all they want, hopefully pull out a win, and advance in the tournament.
Yep. Again, playoff football, one of the things everybody always looks forward to. So we encourage the LB faithful to make that trip up to Archibald. It is a little bit of a drive, especially when you compare it to Bluffton, but would expect a great contest there and the guys to come out with their, giving 100%. And like you said, we talked to those 6 guys this week. Just a lot of fun with those guys in the Senior Spotlight show. They really fed off of each other, a good group of guys, a good band of brothers, and look for them to put up a great effort against Archibald.
Absolutely.
So as we continue, as we close out this episode, of the Dougie John Senior Spotlight Show, on behalf of our executive producer, John Korn, our assistant producer, Ethan O'Donnell, this is my co-host, John O'Donnell. I'm Jason Borman signing off. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Eagles!